Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8, 2025. So I totally recorded this without turning the record button on. I'm such a smarty. So I thought I would share my stitching setup. I did a little time lapse of moving my setup from my spot on the couch to over here in my chair. I've tried both. I can see the TV better from the couch. I will watch something from like my laptop or my phone, but I don't watch a whole lot of stuff while I stitch. Full disclosure, I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. That is generally what I do while I'm stitching because I feel like I can pay attention better. But I will also watch things, in another way. But I think I like my posture better and I just like sitting here a little bit better. But I move back and forth. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today and share, because I looked to see, I have wanted to wait until I have utilized this light for a little bit before I could recommend it. I've had this since September, and this is a daylight light, and this one is a floor stand. What I love about this one, so I have had the little Daylight Halo Go, the rechargeable one. I also have one that plugs in. I had another daylight light. It was quite a bit more money, but you have to clamp it on furniture. And I did that, but I don't love that setup. And full disclosure, that light was a lot more expensive than this one, and I don't see that big of a difference. This daylight light is about $150. It's a light plus magnification. I love it. It has 3 settings. That's the brightest, medium, light, off. You turn all of it off here on the floor stand. It sits on the floor. It has a adjustable arm. Like, do they call this a gooseneck arm? I can't remember. But I love it. But what I want to show you is it has a nice big magnification window. It's open over on this side. I love this. And then of course, when you're not using it, the cover is magnetic and pops on. And you do always want to put the cover on no matter what you're doing. So if it's your little rechargeable Halo Go, put the little cover down. Or if you use this, put the cover on it. You don't want like sunlight to come through the window, hit that magnification and burn a hole and start a fire or anything like that. So always put your cover on. This is the light I've got. It's about $150. I think it's on Amazon. It's like $149 something right now. I love this. This has been a game changer for me. It simply like swings out of the way when I'm not stitching. You can bend it down, bend it, whatever. I always, you know, you can get it right at the angle that you like, but I love it. I need light, I need magnification, because it just makes stitching a lot easier for me, especially on 40 or 46 count. I could not stitch probably on 40 or 46 without magnification. So I really love having that, but I like also having really good light. And for me, it doesn't tire my eyes by using this. So there is no shame if you need light and the magnification plus the light for your stitching. So just kind of an update on my stitching setup. That is the number one thing, is this is the light that I use full time now. When I go to retreats or things like that, I still have the Daylight Halo Go, which is the rechargeable version. I just noticed at my last retreat in September that I think my cable might be failing. It was not holding a charge very good. I do have the plug-in version of that, and I think going forward, I'm not going to replace the Halo Go. I'm going to use the version that you just plug in, and I'm going to buy one of those battery packs that I can just plug it in at the table, so I'm not having to worry about an extension, like multiple extension cords or whatever. I just think that'll be easier going forward. That's just kind of my plan. I have not bought one of those like battery packs or towers that you can plug things in. But for me, you can plug your phone in, you can plug your computer, your iPad, your light, and have that there, or share it with your table mates and everybody can plug things in. To me, that just makes more sense, because I know the Halo Go has been problematic for some people. Some people know. I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of trouble. This is the first time. I probably have not been super gentle on mine. So that's just kind of what I think I'm going to do going forward. I'm going to use the small version. I mean, it's basically the Halo Go. I'll link to it. But it plugs in. You can't, you know, just move around and then recharge it. It's a little bit cheaper too. So I like that. But this is my home. This is my home base. I love, love, love it. The other things, I have not changed anything. I still use a metal book stand. I have my pink one out right now. That's what we're using. I keep it on my lap. I use a lap desk to stitch on. And for my lap desk, I don't know if this exact one, I think this one is not available. You know how things go in and out at Amazon all the time. Look for one that has a little thing in it that you can stick your phone, your iPad. Sometimes I fold my metal book stand flat and stick it in here with my chart as well if I want more room on my lap desk. Now that I'm not using the Halo Go on my lap desk, I usually just set the book stand up and I put my phone in here. I know, fun factoid, if I haven't shared this in a while, I don't have an iPad. I've never had an iPad. My kids have them, but I don't stitch from one, and I know a lot of people do. I keep thinking I want an iPad, but then I keep wanting other things more, so I've just never gotten one. But I like a lap desk for this, but I do highly recommend this. I love this one too because it has a handle, so I can just carry it if I need to. I like having a lap desk. I like having like everything right here in front of me instead of like looking over here and then looking here. For me, I'm just looking right here when I'm stitching. Like I'm looking through my light. I have my chart right here and I'm just stitching away. That's just kind of how I am comfortable doing it. But I thought I would share that little update. And then I do have my stitch box and stuff just sitting right up here. And then down to the side, I have my basket with like all of my current whips and whatnot. So it's kind of easy cleanup for me. I can put everything back in this basket. I can put the lap desk kind of down here right next to my basket, between my TV unit and my basket, kind of hidden out of the way. And then I can just move this, you know, completely to the side, or if I want to, it can go back behind my chair when it's out of the way for like when I have guests and company, etc. So that is my current Stitchy setup. Kind of got this all cleaned up and done. And I hope you find it useful, and I did want to share about that light just because I did change what I'm using, and I do love it and I recommend it. Okay, so I wanted to talk about like the little scissor slash bag charms. Here is a snow one I started working on. The knot is totally not in the right spot. Oh yeah, it's because I had hoped to maybe put something, well, so let me see if I can get a knot, a big enough knot down here at the base. Usually I try to go through something a little bit smaller, you know, a smaller bead or something to that effect so that it doesn't pull through. Yeah, it's going to totally pull through. I am going to do something different with this one. This was one I was just fiddling around with. What we're going to make today, I wanted to show you. So I have several things of beads, blue and white, obviously, really good. I mean, yes, for now, but I think like for January, which was something I was working on for that. These are just some I've had for a couple of years. Combination of, let's see which side's better. You know, red, white, green, black, white, basically Christmassy colors. These I've also had for a couple of years. These make like little snowmen. Some of them have little faces, really cute. And then I have like the natural, can you see some of the snowman faces in there? These were both snowman ones that I had. So I have some of these, which would be really cute, but I did get this little red and white one because it has some really fun little peppermints in it. See those? And some gingerbread. So I think what we're gonna do is we're going to make one of these with some stuff on here. I don't want to really spell out gingerbread or anything like that. You don't usually have to spell words. Also, I have two different versions of wood beads. So I've got these, which are the smaller ones. They're the ones I was using on this. I've also used these bigger wood beads, and I did the Halloween ones that I did most recently with those. Does not matter. So I'm going to probably spell out like joy or, you know, something like that. And we are going to build something with these, and I'll tell you guys what all I use. So these are like the simplest scissor fobs, great little gifts, great for if you, this is like just is one way to make these, but great for retreat gifts. Really easy to make, really fast to make, but also would make great little, you know, favor gifts if you're having a friend get together, or to tie maybe to a Secret Santa gift if you're doing a Stitchy friend group thing or whatever. I like these little lobster claw for this, and then some sort of a twine. I'm using some Lawn Fawn twine. It threads through the beads really easy, and I will say my best tip, if you find some beads, as cute as all of these are, I really like the packs. Well, you can get these, but if you can find something like these little gingerbread, for example, see these? See the little hole in them? This makes it really easy to put on the end because your knot's not going to go through it like it's going to through some of these bigger ones. Like, you don't have to get anything else to put on the end. That's what's wrong with that snow one, and I need to figure out something for that. The peppermint, also fantastic. So we're going to utilize that for sure for this. And we're going to, maybe I'll just build like a little Santa. I'll have one that says Santa. I'm going to figure out my bead situation and get everything I need. The other thing that would be really helpful if you don't already have it to have on hand is a doll needle. They're long, they go through the beads like butter, and You don't always have to have them. A lot of times you can just feed them through. But I do find for like these, it is going to make it a lot easier to push those through the little end cap for sure. So I'm going to speed up me planning, and then I'll come back and we'll put it together. Okay, so what I first do is I cut off a much longer length than I think I need in case I have to snip these at all. And then the end with the loop on it, like this, we're going to take one of the lobster claw clasps and you can literally do this for any season or occasion. Super, super easy. That's what I like about it. And these beads are like readily available on Amazon or whatever. So what I did, you're going to take the loop and you're going to feed the ends through it so that it hooks on to our lobster claw clasp. And I like these because I feel like they go on scissors, they go on your project bags, really, really easy. Okay. And I will link to everything I'm using down in the description below. I think everything, but maybe this particular twine I got off Amazon. So easy peasy. Okay, we're going to take these two ends and then I am going to start building my scissor fob with my beads. So I am simply going to thread the ends through, and I don't really need my needle at this point because obviously this is a fairly thin twine. If you're using something a little thicker, you might, but I am simply putting whatever on here. Like these ends are not even right now, and so it's being kind of, I'm going to just snip those even. And then we want to start building our word, which I just picked Santa. And we're going to feed our beads on here. See? I'll put my hand behind it here in a minute. Let me put the rest of my beads on. Make sure my word reads correctly, you know, all that good stuff. But this literally is, like I said, you can have a bunch of these done in no time. I think they would be super cute tied into packages or gifts, or if you give a project bag to someone. Okay, so we're getting to the end, and I personally like, most of the time, I like a little pattern that repeats. See? So I did the polka dot, stripe, word, stripe, polka dot. So I end capped with those. Then I feel like this is long. You can have one way longer if you want to, but I like this. This is pretty much long enough. I am going to end it with one of these beads because, again, that little hole is a lot skinnier. I am going to see if I can feed these through without using my doll needle, but, you know, with two of them, oh, they're going to go right through. Okay. So there I have ended it like so. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch it right here. I'm going to take this and I am going to knot it probably twice, trying to get that knot right on top of each other. So I'm going to have to pull it kind of close to me, maybe. So I've knotted it once, and then right on top of that, that's why I leave the ends super long too, because it's a lot easier to manipulate and get those ends through when you're not having to deal with super, super short tails. And then I'm just going to knot it again. And I might have to do one more time. This, I could have used a thicker twine too. That might have been a good idea. I didn't. So, you know, there's that. Do what you want with that information. And I'm going to knot it one last time. And I think that should get it. And once you're happy with your little scissor-y fob here, it's probably going to read backwards to you guys with this particular camera. You can snip those ends. If you want, am I going to tie it into one final knot? Yes. I usually only double it up, but I really don't want this to come loose. Now, am I using any precious beads here? No. So, you know, if it came undone, I could always refix it. I've never had one come undone. I'm just thinking I don't want the beads to, you know, pull through. Okay, so there I've got my little knot. And I like to leave like a little tail. I'm just gonna snip it. And there we go. Easy as that. I think I will time lapse and maybe put together one or two more today. But really, really fun. And again, they make great little gifts. So I'm going to actually put this on my scissors. I've been meaning to make one, and I'm going to make a couple more because I too have some gifts to give. Okay, I got 4 done in like, I don't know, 20 minutes. And a lot of that was having to pick them out. Look how cute. Okay, so this one, I just used a couple of the gingerbread. Let's see. On each end and spelled joy. So just, these two are exactly the same. They both say Santa. So that was that first one that I did. And then I did one without words. And I do need to go grab like a little piece of ribbon to tie around the snowman's neck. But it's just a little snowman one. Really cute. And then if you put a little ribbon around here, I think that's a cute way to do that. So absolutely so easy. I hope this inspires you. Maybe you can make your own bag charms, scissor fobs, gifts for people. But I have loads and loads of beads. Use a thicker twine if you want to end your bead with one of the bigger holes than what I used. A lot of them will come with some. In fact, I think all of mine have come. I have no idea if both of these in here came with this or not. I've had this for a couple years and I literally just throw things in these bags. I put all of these like in a tote downstairs. You can make garlands with them, all kinds of things with like your leftovers. But I just think it's a very quick, easy way to make a really cute little gift. All right, friends. So that is going to be it for today. I will have put in a little time lapse probably and talk about my WIP as I'm getting ready to go do that. I'm just going to get all the rest of this put together. I literally just finished my week 4 live for Blue Coat Santa, and I told everybody during the live I actually had to rip out a bunch today, so it was a lot of backtracking. I had to rip out like this whole thing here, and then because I based this on outline on that, I had to rip that all out too. But I'm back on track now, and I worked on a little bit of fill-in tonight during the live, but I am plugging away. I'm going to get this video edited and up, and then I'm going to spend a little time stitching on Santa tonight, and the finishing tutorial is December the 13th. That will be an edited video here on my channel. It will be part of the Blue Coat Santa playlist, so stay tuned for that. The Santa sleigh finishing is also coming. Gonna work on getting that up here this week before the finish for Santa goes up. But thank you guys so much, like I said, for anyone who joined me for my live video. Had a great time catching up, talking about all the Jingle Ball things, favorite purchases. We talked about WIPGO tonight. I think I have a plan for WIPGO. Retro RX totally blew my mind. She explained WIPGO to me in a way that dummy here understands. And I think I am going to do a Christmas WIPGO next year. So if you want, join me for that, because I have so many Christmas things I want to stitch that I don't get to, and this will make me touch on those, work on those all year long, I think. Just a little encouragement, a little reminder. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. If you don't know what WIPGO is, go to Jessie Does Stuff. Jessie Marie Does Stuff, Makes Stuff. You guys, this is a really good story in my head. I will link it down below. I know I have that video saved. She came up with WIPGO. She has a great video explaining it. But basically, you get a bingo, just get a bingo sheet with open squares, 25 open squares, the free space in the middle, and you fill it with the things that you want to stitch. And then each month, the number is called, and you just pull that from your stash, and that's what you work on. You can make it whatever you want. I do know that part. You can make it whatever you want. I am going to do Christmas because there's too many things I want to stitch and not enough time in this season to get them all done. Okay, friends, I think that's it for my stitching update tonight. But let's talk today's giveaway, shall we? Starting tomorrow, I will start announcing giveaway winners daily. I never heard from the winner from a past FlossTube episode for a wonderful gift, so I am going to offer it here. I offered this same gift last week, and I'll announce that first winner tomorrow. So please make sure you check that out. In addition to posting giveaway winners here during Vlogmas and then beyond, because obviously some of those days you will still have a week beyond the 25th. So I am going to have a running list on my YouTube community page. That means I'm going to update it daily with winners. And hopefully that makes it very easy to find. Since these videos are on YouTube, I think we'll just put them there. I'm not going to be posting them on my Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. It's all going to be through YouTube, but it's going to be a running list of all the winners. Please check. Please make sure you email me at the email address shown here if you ever are a winner of a giveaway. And I also put that down in the description box because it does make it very easy for me. And if you let me know what you win, that also super duper helps. Anyway, I never heard from the chosen winner from that FlossTube episode, so I am going to be giving away the same prize today, and that is a $25 gift certificate to Farm Girl Dry Goods, donated by Michelle of Farm Girl Dry Goods. Thank you, Michelle, for offering that. And again, that first winner from Vlogmas Day 1 will be announced tomorrow. You have until midnight tonight, Central Time, to leave a comment on Vlogmas Day 1. Anyhow, please leave the keyword Santa somewhere in your comment. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel. Please be over 18, and please be USA only, as Farm Girl Dry Goods is only shipping domestic right now. So that would be awesome. I will have a prize this week that will be open to international as well as USA. All right, leave the word Santa, please, somewhere in your comment. Okay, my friends, that is it for today. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening, Tuesday morning, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye! Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly love sharing creativity with this amazing community of crafters. A special thank you goes out to my wonderful Patreon members. I appreciate you all so much. If you'd like to join us on Patreon, you'll find the link in the video description below. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do and enjoy exclusive content, behind-the-scenes updates, and extra perks. There's something for everyone, and we'd love to have you join our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. It does not matter why. We do not care. Yes, they're snowy themed, Nicole. Good job.